Hi, it's Michael Faust here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing information about the new Daisy Momentum promotion that was announced on August 20 and will run through until September 22, 2021. The purpose of this promotion is to incentivize different groups of people. The first people is those who are registering up until September 22 as a new participant in the Daisy Crowd Fund, and as they upgrade to tier 2 all the way up to tier 10 at any of those tier levels between tier 2 and 10, they receive some free Daisy tokens. In addition, for existing members of the Daisy community who've already funded any one of their tiers, if they upgrade during this promotional period, they will also receive some free Daisy tokens. And the third lot is for people who refer people who register in this promotional period or have already registered people up until this time. If any of those personal referrals upgrade to higher tiers, you can be rewarded for that total referral contribution and also receive some free tokens. Now at the very top here you'll see the first little table talks about the different vesting periods of the Daisy token at the various stages of release, going from the pre-sale period in July through to the preferred customer round to the public listing on the exchanges. Now this is a bonus token, so its vesting period is 12 months locked up. The token can still gain in value, but it doesn't earn any staking rewards in that 12 months. And then after 12 months, the token is released to you at a rate of 5% per month of the tokens that you have received. So it takes a total of 32 months for you to receive all of your tokens unvested. The tokens that become unvested, you can stake those and earn staking rewards. The beauty about having your tokens vested, it's like putting something away for the long term, for the future, because those tokens are more than likely to gain in value. So you're putting it aside and it's working for you, and you can be rewarded with the long-term capital gain. Now we said here in this next table the listing price was $5. Actually, currently the token is around $8 to $9 on various exchanges and platforms, but we're going to have a very conservative starting point in this month of August of $5, and we're going to say that the monthly increase in price is about 5%. Now you can change this to any amount you want. You might think it's going to go up at 10%, so at the end of 32 months it would be reaching $100. At 5% it's going to be a $22 coin, and at 7.5% it would be a $47 coin. So you can play with the percentages. We're going to be ultra conservative and say that after 32 months that this token will have a $22 price. So now let's look at this next table where we can look at how many free tokens you'll receive as you contribute to the crowd fund. So we'll work on the assumption that you are either a new participant or an existing participant who has already funded your first tier of crowdfunding contribution. Everybody starts with a 100 USDT contribution to the crowd fund. That gives you one share of 5% of the equity in the IPO of the fintech company Endotech that we're associated with our first project. In addition, 50 USDT goes into the trading fund where Endotech will put that to work as liquidity and generate passive trading rewards for you. So from your tier 1 contribution, you'll have one share of that 5% equity. Let's say that you decided to upgrade to tier 2 because this is where the bonus rewards begin. Then you get one tier 2 contribution. You need to insert the number 1, and that'll give you 10 of these bonus tokens. These are the Daisy Launchpad tokens. Now we said here the end of 32 months we predict that it'll be around $22. So this value is being carried across. So this is working on the assumption that you have not sold any tokens. You've decided to hold on to it to the end of that vesting period. So 10 tokens at that token price would mean your potential upside is $226.90 of value of those 10 bonus tokens. Now you funded 200 USDT for that tier 2 contribution to the crowd fund. So your net outlay is you're actually ahead by $26.90 USDT, and you've also got $100 of that contribution that has gone into trade, that's generating passive trading rewards, and will more than likely earn that back multiple times. And you've got an additional 3 shares of this 5% of equity of the IPO. But let's say you also decided to upgrade to tier 3, which is a 400 USDT contribution. You can see here 400. We've done one of those. You've got 15 free tokens at that projected price at 32 months. That'll give you a cumulative value of $567.25 of potential value. So now it's only cost you about $32 net to do that upgrade of the 400, so 200 and the 400, tier 2 and tier 3. You've also got another 200 gone into trade, earning you passive trading rewards, and you've got 7 more shares of that 5% of equity. If you went to tier 4, that's a 800 USDT contribution, you'd receive 25 free tokens. That's $1,100 worth so far of potential value. So your net outlay is only $265, and you've put in 200 plus 400 plus 800. You've got 400 extra in trade, and you've got 15 more shares. We got a total, of 15 shares in this 5%. So you can do this all the way to tier 10 if you wanted to test out the full potential. So 3,200 free Daisy tokens you'd receive if you went all the way to tier 10, and you'd have a potential $72,000 worth of token value if they're at this price. Now let's say that the token actually grew at 10% per month, so it was close to a $100 token by that stage, 32 months. That would give you a $307,000 valuation, which means you've put in 102, you're up $200,000 plus, and you've got 69,000 gone into the trading fund, and you've got 1,000 shares of that 5% of equity. So you can play with the numbers here and determine where you're at. So maybe you're already, for example, at tier 4, and you now upgrade to just tier 5. So you can play with the numbers and see the upside here. Maybe you want to upgrade in addition and add in tier 5 and tier 6. So you can just put whichever tiers you use to upgrade with and work out the potential upside, and also adjust the rate of growth of the token. So you can do your own projections. Now, below here is a table that explains what happens in reality. So if we go back here and let's just say that you just upgraded to tier 2, and we're going to work on a 5% growth, you get 10 free tokens. They're totally vested for that first 12 months. They're totally vested for the first 12 months, so you don't get any ability to withdraw or sell them. However, they could be potentially gaining in value, and then in September next year 5% is released, then 5% every month. So the end of 32 months, or month 33, basically 100% of your vested tokens is released to you. We're estimating a $22 token, so this would be the upside of your 10 tokens if you held them or if you sold them as they become unvested. So again, you can play with the numbers here to see what the potential scenarios are. Now there's also another aspect of this where you are referring other people. So let's say that you referred existing people and new participants and they contributed a collective total of 10,000 USDT of contribution. So you'd have 2 lots of the 5k contribution. So insert the number of contributions, that's 2. You get 100 free Daisy tokens for each 5k of referral contribution. So 2 times 100 free tokens is 200 free tokens. At that upside of $22.69 at month 33 would give you $4,500 of upside for your referrals. Well, let's say you referred somebody who went to tier 10. That's $100,000 of contribution. That's 20 lots of 5k contributions. So that would give you 20 lots of the 100 free tokens. That's 2,000 free tokens. That's a $45,000 upside. Now again, let's say we're being a bit more ambitious and we say the token gained by 10% per month. So it's nearly a $100 token. That would mean that one referral of somebody who went to tier 10 would give you a potential upside of nearly $200,000. So you can play with these numbers. This is just to give you the possible scenarios. There's no guarantees. We can't make any promises, but we can project based on what's happened with past tokens that I would think that 5% is a very conservative growth, and we're already at a price of $8 already. So already you can see what would happen. So you can put in here what tokens what tiers you've upgraded to work out how many additional tokens you've got, what the net cost is, how many shares in the IPO, how many of that funds goes into trade, and also if you refer other people what the possible upside is. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation and learnt more about this exciting Daisy momentum promotion.